Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, and welcome to this video. Today we are going to build Exuma Void's 8 destination train station. Okay, now this is a 4-year-old design that he did. I had to make one modification to use this design on bedrock, but there are a few other things that we need to pay attention to also, okay? And I want to go over some of those things with you. Alright, so first of all is orientation. I don't know if Java worked as Exuma Void designed this 4 years ago. I don't know if it worked with all of the possible orientations or not, but let me show you what I'm talking about, okay? Alright, so let's say we want to start laying our train station down, okay? Now you have to make a T, okay? You have to make a T, a whole bunch of T's. My base is built on several slime chunks, and you know, it's a blessing in disguise. It's kind of a pain when I'm trying to make a video, but oh, I get a lot of slime. They spawn all over my buildings. Anyway, alright folks, I'm back. I just got a stack and a half of slime balls. Ay ay ay. Oh, I love it, don't get me wrong. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what you need to check. If you're following Exuma Void's instructions, you know, letter by letter, and you're not a redstone guy or gal, then I recommend that you carefully choose your layout. This layout we're looking at will work with Exuma Void's instructions, okay? Whoops. It'll work with his instructions, alright? And let me explain. If you come in this thing on your minecart, pick a track, zing, and it's going to take you right to the station. You leave the station, and it's going to, you're going to go zip, 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 and you're going to hit this curve and go right out here. There's more slime. We'll try to ignore it, okay? So this layout will work with his instructions as is. Now another one, this layout will work with his instructions as is. You don't have to change it, alright? I'm trying to put a marker on the ones that work. So this orientation will work, alright? Now this orientation here is backwards. It will work, but you're going to have to be able to lay out some of the redstone from his tutorial, because it enters on a different side from his station, okay? So when you build his station, yeah, you have to be able to you're going to have to be able to route the redstone differently. And the same goes for this one. And it seems to me the only way to really test that is to just lay your tracks down where you want them and check them powered and unpowered, and make sure that in the unpowered state, each rail that comes in, boom, heads to your station, your ticket booth, whatever you want to call it, your cactus. Alright? So these two orientations, with the tracks headed north and with the tracks headed east, they will require some rework, okay? Where these two, this one with the tracks headed west and the tracks headed south, those will work as is. You just have to rotate the build, but that's no big deal. Okay? Alright, so that's one thing that I need to let you know. Now the other thing is the piston that launches the minecart in his station has to be wired differently. The way it's wired in his tutorial, it won't work with bedrock, okay? And I'll cover that when I build it. All right, I am going to build one of the designs. He's already got a good tutorial on building the designs, the one I'm tearing apart here, but for the ones that don't work, that require some redesign, there's two things that I am looking at that I believe you can do. Number one is you could change the state and have the off state be powered, and then you could put your station down here. Then you could use his layout. But I mean, if you can do that, you're not going to be probably watching my video anyway. So, but that's a tutorial I want to give you. Is we're going to either change the state or we're going to change the layout. Okay. Now the next little bit that I want to cover is just to try to give us a little bit of understanding about the item frame selection, okay? So I've set up a couple of them here. This one is set up like he has on his train station, okay? Basically. I mean, there's a little more wiring in between the item frame and this comparator in the actual station, but the feedback, the subtraction, all that is the same here, okay? So let's look at this. Alright, first off I'm going to look at this. So right here is position 1, okay? Now you can see position 2. I was playing around with it some, seeing if I could remotely power, send the track signal to a remote location. Yes, you can. You can come out, once you come out of your comparator, you can just put in a repeater and drive it the same as you would any signal, okay? But you can't have repeaters in this comparator circuitry because repeaters reset your level to maximum, okay? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you can see that we could select all of our states with what? Only 2 comparators. Now why can we do this? Well, if you look at this, you'll see that position 1 puts out a redstone level of 1. Now comparator, if a comparator does not have side inputs, it echoes the input that's coming in its back. So this one is a 1. This guy puts out a 1. Okay, this block has a 1 in it. This guy sees a 1. He puts out a 1. And you can see the redstone is lit only 1 block. Alright, now let's turn it to 2. Alright, so we got 2 now. Now you'll see 1 and 2. Those are both lit. 1 and 2. Those are both lit, okay? So since this guy, that's our track number 2, yeah, he's powered. He's selected now. Then 3, 1, 2, 3. See, you can actually see the color difference if you look closely on the redstone. And you can see gives off a little sparkle, particle effects occasionally, okay? Alright, but it doesn't have, it requires a level of 4 to get to this light, and it doesn't have it. It's only 3, okay? So anyway, same thing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing on down the line. And if we were to add another bit of redstone, which I don't have in my inventory right now, you would see that it was dark out here. Let me see. I have beacons above me that are giving me all kinds of good stuff, so I can jump like a frog. It's kind of nice. Alright, let's just lay one down there. Yeah, see, now you can see this one is lit. This one is also, because it's the same distance as that light, but one more, it's dark, you see. So anyway, that's how our item frame selector works. It outputs a 1 through 8 level signal. All right. Now, same thing is true on his, although the setup is different. The implementation is different. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back to 1. So here, that's a 1. It's coming through here. The comparator puts out a 1 into this block. This guy sees a 1. Now he's in subtract mode, okay? He's in subtract mode. So this oven with 1 bit of coal in it, this guy's feeding a 1 in. This has a 1 in. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So this block is not powered. You see there's no light on that redstone. This guy's not active, okay? Let's go to 2. All right, number 2 lit because this guy has a 2. This guy's a 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So he's still going to be a 1 and power this guy, okay? Now this guy, he's back to 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So we're not getting anything there, all right? Anyway, so it's a similar, it's the same result, but it's a different type of implementation. This is how he's doing it in his video, and this is how I built my station. But I didn't understand the comparators very well when I did that, so we ran into some issues, and basically we had to tear our station apart and reorient it in a different direction, partly because of the track issues and partly because of other things we wanted to do. So I decided I needed to understand comparators better so that I could design through those types of issues. Okay, so anyway, 2 different implementations, same end result. Okay, this one requires quite a lot more resources, as you can see. Require all the furnaces, requires a lot more comparators, and yeah, all right. Okay, so you can do, you know how redstone decays. You can only go a certain distance. This is the same principle here. The only thing is with this guy, we are increasing the signal. So yes, it decays, but then we're boosting it, so we're going further each with each click until we cycle back around to 0. All right, I know this is long-winded, and I'll try to edit it down, but we need to cover some of this stuff so you understand and you can design through these things. Okay, I'm gonna build his station, and when I come back to some of the differences, I will bring you back and we will talk through those. Okay, all right.